You have to be able to soften up your elbows a lot when you do this, because every time they jerk their head like that, if you lose your hand because your arm's rigid, you're going to start hurting your fingers. Your hands are going to hurt because you're going to try to hold on, squeeze your hands, grip, no, you know, it just creates problems for yourself later down the line. You know, just relax yourself a lot, and you can see how I can move right with them. And if you can ride and you're braiding your own horse, I would hope you'd be able to just be able to move right with them and be soft like this. See? Just nice and soft. There's nothing really rigid about this. You don't have to squeeze the color out of the horse's hair when you make these braids. You have to think about how you'd like it if someone really twisted your hair up tight. I'm not saying that you can't put fly spray on them, which is what I'm going to do right now. Now, there is occasionally a time when you have to say, stop your head shaking, and I usually reach down and grab a hold of their skin and give them a little pinch. If I have to give them a pinch, it gets their attention. As soon as they start to stick that nose out and lean that shoulder the opposite way, you have their attention. You don't need to whack on them, you don't need to kick them, you don't need to do anything, but give them a little pinch, and it gets their attention and breaks that I'm going to shake my head cycle that they get into. You know, they get into this stupid, oh, something is annoying me, and they have to shake for 20 minutes sometimes. So just break it by giving them a little pinch, going right back to work. And then there's no, you know, they don't have any bad associations, which is what you really want to worry about. You don't want to associate a butt whipping with braiding, or, you know, don't hit your horse with your ladder. Don't, you know, take your rope and smack it across the face. Don't, you know, get into some kicking match with your horse. If you have to do something disciplinary, you know, it's your animal. You need to be able to discipline it and teach it in the best means necessary. But like I said, it's your animal. You know what's best, not me. I'm just telling you what works for me. And you know, I'm not saying that I've never gotten into a fight with the horse where I have been very forceful, but at the same time, I've been in stalls with horses that were very forceful about not being caught or braided, and people do forget that. Horses go past being annoying to the point of being dangerous. So you need to be able to discipline them and work something out without getting each other, you know, hurt in the process. Stop it. Because horses will remember. Horses have a very good memory, and people think they don't. You can't go kicking on one and expect it to trust you. And you work, when you're braiding, you work for them. You're not working for a check. It's the thing that most braiders and most people that do braid forget. It's not the owner that you're working for, because you can get along with the owner just fine, but if you cannot establish and keep a healthy relationship with what you're working on, be that a person, a dog, or whatever, then you're going to have no rapport with it, and it's going to be difficult and get harder and harder and harder. There can't be like a dominance in this. They have to kind of enjoy it and not mind giving you this time. Now, if I move these braids back and forth, and they stay on that consistent line, you know, that knot line's nice and straight, even though the neck isn't.